Oh.
Wait,
Or
actually, Memory and I would have it if all I did was inject. That's all I'd do for him, inject, and we would have it. We would have the entire game. That's all I'd
if,
do.
if it was like Archon mode, probably, yeah, because
Yeah.
Arthur can just take care of everything himself. He doesn't really need me. All
Well-
right, without further ado, in the top right corner, currently evening up the scores 1-1 from Team Fat Koreans. Rest in peace, Arthur.
Hat Koreans. And his opponent in the top left-hand corner, it is the Purple Protoss. Sorry, Purple Zerg player from Dust Gaming. It is Memory.
Indeed it is. All right. Yes, this is going to be on the very dry fighting spirit. And again, Arthur's going to not surprisingly go for a Forge Fast expand. I have seen some one-based play in PvZ that is fairly efficient. So it's not impossible. When Tasteless was playing a lot of Starbow, that's basically all it did, trying to go for different sorts of one-based play versus Zerg. And some of it worked and some of it didn't. And Mummery, again, going for the fast pull. I need to study his replays when I'm playing ZVP. Because, sure, he loses a couple times to Arthur, but if I copy that, Arthur is basically the only guy I'm going to lose to, so, yeah. Oh.
Overlay, apparently, by the way.
It seems to... No, it seems right.
Yeah.
No, I think he did it, like, just a tad too late.
Yeah. The game had just started.
Yeah. But yeah, Janok, if you have to leave for next game, that's okay. If you have work to do, no problem.
Well, we'll see. We'll see here. Here we guys are, though, on the fighting spirit. Of course, I guess the overlay wasn't messed up, so we're here anyways, but, you know.
So we are 1-1.
Didn't say something.
Something.
We're currently 1-1, as if Yes was just mentioning right there. And it's actually been pretty back and forth. After game 1, I really thought Memory was going to take it, but after game 2, Arthur looked so strong. Seems like he's going to do it well.
It did indeed. The map seemed to make a big difference. I don't think Fern Valley is necessarily that strong of a map for Zerg, but it is better for Zerg than I think Andromeda is.
What
Andromeda
is
a
Arthur doing with this probe down here? Are we gonna see
See,
it?
he's looking. He may be looking just for one of the hidden bases of Memory. Memory so often does that he may be thinking that it's going to happen there, or he may throw it on something himself. Maybe he's going to just outmind the mind gamer.
I'm pretty sure he's just expecting Memory to expand here any moment now, and Memory is actually really
So
cleverly taking. And this is so weird because if you're playing StarCraft 2, everyone would be like, yeah, this is the obvious third base that Memory is taking here. But this is actually not in Starbow the obvious third base. This is actually almost like a hidden base because the obvious base is the one that Arthur is checking. So when these Zerglings, they should actually kind of go down there. But oh yeah, now Arthur is realizing that maybe I should check these other bases instead.
Hey, we'll scout this.
We'll get a nice scout off the back of this, by the way. Metabolic Boost about halfway done, and that will help Memory catch up, but as Viz has mentioned before, probes can indefinitely run, and Memory pretty much doesn't care even about going after that probe for now. He's going to try to put some pressure onto Arthur and maybe just camp out outside, make sure that Arthur isn't given enough downtime where there's no aggression happening.
Wow, if Memory actually committed to more Zerglings, well, he is now that the speed is done. This wall of Arthur isn't really that great. Like this is. If this was a dam trying to stop water, it would not produce a lot of energy. So.
Or would it produce a lot of energy? If a dam has trouble stopping water, wouldn't it produce a lot of energy?
No,
I had a good metaphor and you ruined it. Man, come on.
I'm just thinking right here.
No, Janok, I'm from the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, that would not work. Okay.
Well, think about it. If tons of water was...
No, believe me,
if
you're
extra
wrong.
water was streaming through, there'd be more energy. Shut up, I'm right. I'm really looking to put some aggression on, just kind of masking his spire in the back, and I'd love to see him go meatless, even though we hardly ever see it. There'd be all the lings! Random weird positions. How does this map work? Because the lings should have got in.
Okay, this is... Oh, it didn't? Okay, that's really weird.
Wait, is that...
That's somehow an invisible wall right there, an invisible wall.
That's really bad. Avex, please fix. Like, I think it should block technically, but it needs to be something a little bit more visual, so it looks like it blocks. Also, the queens are transfusing out the spire. It's the second transfuse that we use now. So that means that the spire is going to be complete really early. So that should. Well, never mind. It's still not early enough for an Overlord to die and him getting supply blocks. So
This is just going to be Scourge though.
yeah,
Because
the
it's-
of course there's already out.
Just one gas as well.
But you already have you have the potential for Muta. Like if that Scourge actually picks off the initial Corsairs, then switching to Muta is really cool. Oh, okay, he's making it Scourge. That's really good before this Overlord dies, because it really sucks if the Overlord dies before the Scourge is coming in production for obvious reasons.
Yep, just trying to get rid of those Corsairs for now. 8 Scourges on the way, and a Hydralisk Den. That is his kind of next step in the plan. As I was mentioning, just for now, he's going to try to keep as much pressure on on Arthur as he can to get himself into the mid to late game where he can start getting out Hydras and Lurkers.
By the way, guys, I'm moving to a new place in the beginning of November, and once I moved, I will hopefully be easier for me to stream and cast more. I haven't
Yay!
been casting much, but because like we only have 2 bedrooms and we have 3 kids, and like so the baby has to like sleep in the living room where the computer is. So and we don't have room for the computer in our bedroom. So and we also use it as a TV in the daytime, so it's kind of bad having it in the bedroom. It has many purposes. So in this next place we're moving, we have more bedrooms and everything that will be situated in a way that it might be easier for me to cast more. So I'm really excited about that.
Awesome. As Kalevi said in chat, Queens, delay your tech to get your tech earlier.
That's exactly how they work. And again, we're gonna have the Corsair Reaver style, which
Oh, so many Corsairs right here. The Scourges just get decimated. By the way, I'm only watching Memory's vision. It's kind of fun. I'm watching him play.
cool. And like yeah, it's quite interesting because I remember I've seen a lot of Starboians trying to make Corsair Reaver work for a long time. And it's
I like
always seemed like
Starboians.
a really hard strategy to work, and now it seems like every time they try it, they basically win versus Zerg, so it seems to be really the strategy of choice. But meanwhile, Memoria is taking this opportunity before the first Reaver is out. Here comes the Reaver. If he can pick off the Reaver right as he comes out, he doesn't see. Oh man, if he had actually run forward there and picked off the Reaver before he had any Scarabs produced, that would have been so strong. And here comes the first Scarab. But he doesn't have a lot of Scarabs made now, and they take a lot of time to make, so he can actually get this Reaver.
Oh, the Reaver's gonna go down maybe right here. The Reaver does go down, and so many Hydras right here. The entire wall of Arthur has gone down, and for now, I was gonna say maybe the Hydras want to focus down some workers. Or they will get a very nice concave, and just, I don't think Arthur can hold this natural for now, or not hold his wall. Off the back of this, by the way, more Hydras at home are picking off Corsairs.
Wow, and this is really, really nice because at the same time, the Hydras were also chasing away a lot of Scourges. Only three Corsairs left, actually, out of 8, I think. So, although he lost a ton of Overlords, I think Mori just did this. I think he just broke his opponent. I think the whole strategy of Arthur just falling apart right before his very eyes. Although he was doing more than just looking at it. That was a really weird, whatever.
A lot of workers do go down in this. Total 15 go down, but in the end it is barely defended. Still, though, Arthur is still under pressure, and these Hydras are doing as much damage as they possibly can. Another Scourge is desperately trying to be Chrono boosted out, but it's not going to be there in time.
Nice Scarab, though.
Yeah, well.
When Reaver finishes, and he will stabilize now, actually. But without any Storm, like, Reavers have splash damage, sure, but it's really just not the same. When you have like an endless stream of Hydralisks coming in, there's the limit on how long you can hold this, I think.
And since
Well,
they're
actually-
coming...
Actually,
Since they're
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Since they're coming in one by one, it's a little bit hard to actually use the Scarab. They don't quite accumulate, but now they're actually move commanding in. Not quite getting damaged, but no, go for it, Xiphias.
No, I was gonna say once he has 2 Reavers out, he might be able to stabilize, but then he lost one of the Reavers and almost the other one, and now he's actually going for a War Prism, which I think is a mistake because he just really needs to defend at this point. He can't really put on any counter pressure, I think, so he can't take the Reaver away. Oh,
Safeguard.
Yeah, nice. Safeguard, very nice on the Reaver there. Yeah, that helps a lot. Reaver's getting healed up, and it's on auto cast now, so we got it fixed.
Very nice right there, but this entire time still Mamoru has been producing off 5 base with actually 5 hatch production off 3 base, just kind of compensating. He knows he's been floating minerals in actually 6 base, technically, but he's just putting so many hydras. I don't know how long Arthur can actually keep holding this.
No, he really needs high Templars, and it's just so hard to take this at this point. Like, the only AoE he can get out is just chrono boosting out as many Reavers as possible. If he actually, like, stabilizes on 3-4 Reavers, I think it should be just fine. But he's not. He's just gonna YOLO and move out.
Ooh,
Why?
questionable. Uh-oh.
Why do you do this?
Big Concave just decimates all of these Dragoons. I don't know really if there's not much left. There's the Corsairs in the middle, but I think that's it right now. I think Mamoru's gonna take it.
I have no idea why he did that. That was really dumb. But he's discovering the power of Safeguard.
The safeguard definitely quite good, but I don't know if it's good enough to actually keep rebuking these Hydras, and Probes being pulled a little bit too... Oh, he's got to be really careful for them not to go out too far and let these Hydras decimate them.
Oh, by the way, it's not really called Safeguard anymore. It's called Energized.
Is it?
And then it has to restore shield. Yeah, because it was called You cast Safeguard on a pylon to activate its Energized ability so it could restore shields. Like, you had like 3 different names and it was completely confusing, so now we just call it Energized instead.
Gotcha.
Simply the one name.
It's kind of like calling the Yamato Cannon upgrade weapon refit.
Yeah, it's really weird. Why would anyone ever want to do such a crazy thing?
Right? So it looks like...
368. Yes, yes! High five, Ziphius. Ash 368 right as we saw it.
Shout out to him for wanting to be famous. And now, of course, you are, because 48 people know your name.
Yes, Ash 368 is the bomb. Mamoru is going to take game 3 here, going 2-1.
Well, as soon as Arthur GG's. It's best of 5, Arthur. You can still come back.
GG! There he is out. All right, I got to go, but thanks so much for letting me cast. It's been a blast.